Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So, I want to talk to you, chosen, about the fact that you are truly comfortable in your own skin at this point. So much so that you can think about the memories of the past and find full comfort in knowing that everything worked out for his highest good, right? You can think back on some of the more painful moments of your life and no longer experience the emotions and the negative feelings that might have come with that particular experience. You have detached yourself in a healthy way because you've healed. And so those past memories are no longer triggering for you to the point where it hurts. Not only that, but you're also able to make peace with the fact that you did have to let some people go. You did have to release some unhealthy friendships, relationships, family dynamics, and you're no longer in that energy of feeling bad or guilty about releasing these people from your life because you've changed tremendously. And it's impossible for you to unsee the deceptive and envious motives of a lot of people that were surrounding you, especially once they started to see you change the way that you moved and how you presented yourself and the things that you would accept and the things that you wouldn't accept. The fact that you was creating healthy boundaries and, becoming more confident in your ideas and your forward movement. Like you just walk different, you talk different, you present yourself to the world differently, and it reads that energy of true royalty. And so you're no longer feeling guilty about having to release those unhealthy dynamics because you recognize that it was not a true reflection of who you are if you maintained your position in that space or in that particular climate. You loved yourself enough to say, alone does not mean lonely. But not only did you embrace that being alone does not have to equate to lonely, you also just embrace being alone because it has truly given you the peace and the balance needed for you to really embark on your creative ideas. Like you have been able to finally sit down and get things done. Particular ideas are starting to flow back in. Your creativity is at an all-time high, and you're able to actually start things and finish them without the distraction of unhealthy relationship dynamics. And so this is a time where you're not overly concerned about romantic partnerships or how many friends you have in your circle or going, to be amongst those family members just because traditionally y'all get together, knowing that it could be a little toxic. You're not concerned about maintaining any false front for anyone else. You're concerned about making sure that self-preservation is your number one priority. And in preserving yourself, you are also preserving your energy. You're preserving your peace of mind. And so, because of this, you are cultivating, you are creating, you have become the co creator of your life. And there are many different things that you find pleasurable. You're able to pour your energy into your passions. And you're no longer interested in trying to fill a void space with temporary pleasure, or just to have someone in your energy because it's too silent or because you just need some form of interaction or distraction in order to validate yourself. You're not interested in that anymore. And because you have truly found peace in just loving on yourself and focusing in on your passions, there are people who are in mental turmoil about this. They're going through emotional storms because now they're reminiscing on what it was like to have you in their energy. And it hurts to no longer have someone like you who they could create, because you brought a lot of beautiful energy into people's lives. Even though they may have been karmic towards you, they may have betrayed you, they might have hurt you, at multiple times. Okay. even from childhood. Some of you can go back and tell many different stories or events that have taken place in your life by people who really hurt you. Those same people are thinking back on the past and wanting to reconcile with you because they know that they really did a number on you and they could have treated you a lot better. But now that they're watching you from a distance, they see that not only have you found peace in your solitude, but you're also thriving in your creative ideas. Your creativity is flourishing so much that they cannot help but notice this. And so they're going through it. They're going through it emotionally, and it's very shocking for them too at the same time that you've been able to fully withdraw your energy and not feel tempted to run back. It's very shocking. And that's because a lot of them was driven by their own ego. And their ego told them that you would always be emotionally codependent. So in with your codependency on them, you would always come running back. They always anticipated that you would because they figured you would get tired of being in your own energy. And so they always saw you as needing someone to fill that space, okay? And that was the old version of you. That was the unhealed version of you. And so you're moving forward where you realize now you're better off. You're better off accepting that, yes, you was hurt by these people. You were betrayed by these people. You was put down by these same people, but you're better off without having them in your energy and being alone than having them in your energy and having just a bunch of people that's just around you that's wreaking havoc in your life and becoming the biggest obstacle, the biggest distraction. And so you now have a very clear head space and you see things very clearly. There's no more smoke screens. And so you're able to decipher things much more quickly, much more efficiently. And you're able to discern who has the right intentions. Why do they want to be in your energy so badly? You're able to discern whether or not they would, bring down your vision. Would they cloud your vision? You know these things. You can see it very clearly. So a lot of people, they want to come back in. They feel like they've missed out on an opportunity with you. And so they want to make amends, but they're shocked that you actually have fully released it to the point where you're not looking back. You're more than happy to let go and to continue on your journey until you find your tribe or until your tribe finds you. But meantime, in between time, you're not pressed to be around anyone per se, because you are fully consumed in doing those things that you love. And that is the time when you're in solitude and you're at peace and you're focused on your creative ideas. That's when you bring massive inventions to the world, massive ideas, like really great books, great music, great creative projects, great designs. Like this is when your creativity is at an all-time high. And when you focus on it, you end up bringing forth ideas that create a lot of wealth and abundance. And so you're very, very focused and very detached from the past because you're devoted to yourself now. You're devoted to your passions now. And because of your devotion to your purpose, you end up attracting in divine time, and you end up attracting people who are devoted to you. People who are just as invested in you maintaining your peace as you are. People who are just as invested in knowing the importance of giving you your space so that you can focus on those things that you love as you are. These are not people that's coming in to smother you, or people that's emotionally codependent on you, or people who are looking for validation from you. No, because you're projecting a certain energy out into the universe that's no longer conducive to attracting that type of energy. And so you're attracting a totally different caliber of people into your life. And there are people of the past that recognize that they don't really fit in to the life that you have created for yourself. They want to, but they just don't fit because they will be coming in emotionally codependent on you now, looking for your validation, now looking for you to pour all of your attention into them because they need to know that you care to have them in your energy. Now they're putting you on a pedestal because they're seeing how you are thriving and how things are working out so well for you that they just want to be able to say that they have some form of attachment to you at this point. They want to be able to say that they know you. Okay. And so this is where, it's been a long journey. You've gone through a lot of obstacles and challenges, but now balance is being restored in your life and you're getting a chance to finally experience peace and being able to take towards those things that you love. This is a well-deserved reward that y'all have earned because you've put in the work. You have genuinely worked on yourself and overcome the pain of your past. So keep at it. Whatever you're working on, continue to put in the work. Continue to put in that work because you're almost where you want to be. You're almost at the finish line of being able to receive the reward, the recognition, the wealth that is attached to whatever it is that you have been pouring your heart into. But also be sure to remain private about what you're working on because especially from those people who are naysayers and those people who truly did not support you, in the past when you thought that they were trustworthy enough for you to share your ideas because you were so excited and you just wanted people to know that you had come up with these brilliant things, but they shunned you and they betrayed you. Now you're being called to work hard in silence, work in silence because what you're creating is going to be a great help to others and it's going to result in great reward. You have great contributions to make to the world at this point. And so it's time to pour your focus into that. And it's going to be a time worthy of celebrating. When you finally finish what you have been working on, this is going to be a time that is so worthy of celebration because you have earned this. You made those necessary sacrifices and it has not been easy. Yes, when you first went into hermit mode, it probably was not easy at all. You probably questioned yourself. You probably questioned, well, why am I letting go of so many people? Why am I starting to see people from a different set of lens? Why am I no longer attracted to this person or that person? You probably beat yourself up and felt very guilty. But the more that you did the healing and you recognized that there was some emotional codependencies, there was some, trauma bonding relationships that you had in your life, the more that you started to fully analyze things from a higher perspective, the more you begin to embrace like, wow, I did make the right decision. And suddenly that's when the Most High and your spiritual team said, oh, they're ready. They're ready to start creating now because they're no longer just passively existing and fiending to have other people in their energy. And so, just know that things are getting ready to be so worthy of celebrating, but you've earned this. You truly have. And, know that creating those healthy boundaries and drawing those lines is something that you want to continue to do because this is when people really want to come back into your energy now that they see that you are living a life of, adventure and excitement and beautiful things are happening for you and unfolding for you and it's moving fast. Yes, it's okay to break a heart or two. Sometimes you just have to do that because it helps people to realize, those people that you're walking away from, to recognize that they have to do some cleaning up themselves. And maybe at some point, if they give themselves permission to embrace hermit mode, and to embrace solitude, they too will be able to get in alignment with their purpose and those creative ideas and passions and cultivate something and eventually get to that space of, truly finding fulfillment in life. And then y'all might be able to come back together and nurture a healthy relationship. But a trauma bonding one, An emotional codependent one is just not what's in alignment for you. And it's definitely not the type of energy that you need around you while you are focusing in on your passions right now. So continue to press forward, y'all, because you got some very beautiful things that's coming through. Set those healthy boundaries. Speak your truth. You know, make head over heart decisions. Don't let your emotions rule you, okay? It's time to stand up for yourself and be clear about what you want, what you desire, what you deserve. Because now you're operating, you have a lot of intellect. Okay, you're very analytical. You know how to see things from a logical perspective, from a spiritual perspective, from an emotional perspective. You know how to read energy. You know when your energy is shifting because you have the wrong types of things around you. You know when you're distracted. You know how to alchemize and transmute energy. But it's so much better to cultivate and to create in a space of solitude than it is to have a lot of just chaotic energies around you that's not feeding into your vision, but instead they're taken away from it. So that's my message for you all. I love you. I hope that it brought you clarity. If you want a private reading to dive deeper into this message, or if you want a reading for any other subject matter, feel free to check the description box for my email. Shoot me an email and I'll be able to set up a reading for you at my earliest convenience. So I love you all and I'll talk to y'all next time.